Hey guys, what's up? It's AndrewAJT back for another video for you guys, and today we have a lot of good clips to show you guys, a lot of bank made, and there was actually an update recently which makes PKing even more profitable. So basically they added a new feature to the looting bag where you can open and close it. So let me show you how it works. So let's say for example I PK'd someone by the edge lever. Usually I'll pick up, their glory, their deskim, whatever, but there's going to be all these potions that I'm just not going to have room for. And these potions are very valuable. To get them before, I would have to drop, before the update, I would have to drop a lot of supplies, pick them up, manually put them into the bag. It took forever. But now what you can do is just go over here, make sure the bag is open, and just start spam clicking this. And it'll put them all directly into the bag very quickly here. This is a very, very fast process. Pick them all up. And these potions can actually be worth a lot. Look at this. Just this is 184k. So every extra kill you're getting a few 100k extra. That's going to add up very, very quickly and make PKing a lot more profitable and really a lot more enjoyable. It's really frustrating to have to leave all these potions on the ground before, but now you can pick them up. So let me show you some examples and clips. So Callisto is always one of my favorite places to PK at because it's usually very easy to find people, especially on the 2K worlds. For some reason people always love doing Callisto on the 2K worlds. I don't understand it because those are usually the first worlds that I check. I get that there's probably not going to be a huge team on the 2K worlds, but otherwise I really don't understand it. And this guy was probably one of the best guys I could have found because look at his gear. It's hard to see it, but he's using primordial boots, an amulet of torture. Maybe he's got a really good ring on, so he's at least risking a lot of the Verax set. And what I did here is very wisely kind of just stay away from Callisto, and I want him to be tanking Callisto and not me, because Callisto from a distance will deal a ton of damage. I'm fine just barraging him, making sure he's frozen, because I know Callisto's actually going to do most of the damage, and having done Callisto before, I know exactly what to expect. So he goes down, says good game, and holy shit, look at that loot. Verax and a treasonous ring. Basically maxed set of Verax. But yeah, that is a ton of loot over there, and it's going to be very hard for us to pick it all up because, Callisto, like you just saw, can absolutely destroy you. But with the new looting bag update, we can very quickly just spam click everything, get that ring in there, get all his food, his potions. There's some crushed bird nests in there, which is a very good drop from the boss. So yeah, it's a very, very good system here to be able to just pick all this stuff up very quickly, rather than having to rely on just taking maybe the Verax and the treasonous ring and heading for the hills. So anyway, a price check, throw the brass art in the bag here. Let's check. And over 1.8 mil from a 30-second PK. That is pretty damn good money, and the looting bag definitely came in very clutch there. And so the funny thing is I actually added the guy afterwards. I'm like, dude, why were you risking so much at Callisto? And he's like, well, actually, I've been doing Callisto for a long time. I have over 1,800 kills without the pet, and he offered to buy a lot of his stuff back, so I agreed to that. He was actually a very nice guy. He was a very good sport about dying. He understands it is the wilderness. It's his choice to bring those items in, and he wasn't like making excuses like, oh, you shouldn't have killed me, I'm just a PVMer. He's like, no, I'm in the wilderness. I could have died there, and I wished him good luck on the pet because having done so many Venenatus kills, I know it can be a long grind to do those Callisto kills without the pet, so good luck to that guy if he's watching. So while PKing on the high risk world, which I'm actually risking the toxic staff in here, there was this Pura who was kept being at Hellhounds, and I couldn't really kill him with just a combination of mage and melee. He would just pray melee and then tank to the lever. And so I decided to bring some range here to mix it up. And this guy was a major shit talker. You don't see it in this clip, but he was constantly being like, fuck you, you're never going to kill me. But I responded here with the Gmaul spec, and he is dead. And yeah, very nice kill there. That shows the strength of tri-bidding, which is something I do need more experience with. You can force people to switch off prayers easier, so you can go in for your Gmaul spec or whatever you want to KO with. And unfortunately, the emblems can't go in the looting bag, but everything else can, and this guy had a decent amount of stuff that he was risking, so there was a TB here. We couldn't quite loot everything, but I did manage to get away safely, and there was a decent amount of loot as well. So here's a clip that makes me want to smash my head in the window. So I found a fisher who was deeply AFK at Dark Crabs, and you're going to see here that he is totally gone. He is not even at his computer, or he's got his window minimized. He is totally not paying attention whatsoever. This guy could have a mil worth of Dark Crabs on him. This looks like a good PK right here. And Mage is the most accurate form of combat against this guy because he has the Din's Bulwark, which gives insane melee and range defense. So just piling it on here, one more hit should do it. This should do it. Nope, he's back. He's eating again. He survived. Holy crap, that was really lucky. He got back just in the nick of time. But we still have a very good chance of killing him here. You know, just to play it smart here and making some pretty good switches with the range. Unfortunately, again, range is not going to be very accurate, so I'm going to try to use mage whenever possible. I already used all my specs, but getting the freezes in him at a perfect time here, making sure he doesn't go too long without getting frozen. Another freeze here, got him smited again. He looks pretty screwed here. I mean, these guys can only bring a certain amount of food. When I would do dark crab fishing here, I would only bring 2 brews, so you got to make it to the magic axe out very quickly, or your chances of survival are very low. So it looks like he's out of food here, going to go in for the DDS, just try to get a little bit of a damage. The DDS does hit, but I'm very unlucky that it hits only a very small number. He's down to redemption here, just need 1 hit if I can manage it. Let's go for a freeze. Looks like this should do it. Kill him. Nope. He got the redemption, red barred, and he escapes safely. He is maybe 1 HP. That is pretty damn frustrating. Nothing I can do once he's in there. You know, you could try to kill some axes and maybe land 1 hit here and there, but if he X-logs, he is totally fine, and he does escape safely. The good thing is, though, throughout the day I did get a little bit more experience with using range, and here's a clip where the loot isn't amazing, but I executed pretty well here, and I don't think I made very many mistakes. My switches are usually pretty good. The switches are not usually the problem. It's just more of my tendency to keep things simple. In general, in most competitive games, and in this setting, OSRS is a competitive game, I tend to be better at the defensive side of things. Like, for example, when I used to play Super Smash Bros. Melee competitively, I was very good at recovery or out of shield options or any sort of defensive scenarios, but things like offense and just applying the pressure constantly are things that I usually was not good at. So that's something to always improve for me. And in this clip, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of using range here. And the Toxic Staff of the Dead is still very important because it does not let him know whether or not I'm using melee. As you see there, he switched to Prey Mage, and I'm actually meleeing him here. So that's actually a very good little mix-up. There's another Super Smash Bros. Reference for you. But yeah, anyway, the 3-way switches are pretty easy to maintain, as well as the prayer switches. I do have a hotkey on my mouse for the prayer book, which makes it very nice. And as you see here, not really any major problems. This guy, for some reason, though, had insane defense. The 00 with the DDS. The Staff of the Dead is completely missing, but making sure he's out of the kind of freeze timer there. If you guys don't know, when someone is unfrozen from Barrage, there is maybe around 4 or 5 seconds before they can be frozen again. So usually I like to hit them an extra time with melee, and then I know after that that they will be open to being frozen again. So again, another DDS back here, barely doing any damage. So my hits aren't getting very lucky, but my execution is pretty good, and that's really all you can control. And that's, you know, you have to only worry about the stuff that you can control. He didn't have many supplies left, but the loot still was over 300k, so that definitely adds up pretty quick. Here's a very profitable kill I had in the same day, and in this clip I wanted to try the magic shortbow. Maybe a lot of you guys won't remember this, but back in the day, like 2006, 2007, when I didn't know the first thing about PKing, I would watch this guy called Elvamage who would make these PKing videos where he would bring a black DI'd body top and a magic shortbow actually, and he was very effective. He would actually kill people with the magic shortbow spec, which you don't really see that much anymore today. I know you can get the upgraded magic shortbow, but I figured I'd try it here. It's not too bad, but the problem is you can only max it around a 27, so it's very easy to tank. You do get the upgraded attack speed, which is very nice. Whereas the rune crossbow is actually slower than the Staff of the Dead, which has the speed of a D-skim. So that's one thing I don't like about the rune crossbow, is that it's kind of slow, and the magic shortbow is very fast. And the magic shortbow actually lets you combine hits like very well. Like you could go magic shortbow, and then because it's so fast, your next hit will come out very fast, and you could do like magic shortbow to staff hit, or magic shortbow to DDS or Gmaul. It's pretty effective, but overall I think the crossbow is better. But this guy who had just gotten the pet a little bit earlier actually had an occult necklace, so look at that. 855k PK'd. Don't know why he was risking that, but he was not in a bad mood because he had gotten the pet earlier, and yeah, I was very happy to get his occult necklace, so good PK. Here's a very nice KO that also demonstrates how important the new update is. So this guy here in Ghostly had really no chance. Gonna spec right through him with the DDS. I realized I didn't have enough for the Gmaul, so no problem. 24-29 with the DDS, and then 25-32, and he is dead very, very quickly. And it looks like he just started the trip because he has so much supplies on them. So let's loot them real quick and see how much they come out to. So 240k including the runes, which is not bad at all. Again, that's stuff that I'm probably not picking up before this update. Here's a clip that just demonstrates some defensive fundamentals. So I teleported into PKers here, and my first instinct, of course, is to log out. If you can log out, you avoid the situation entirely, and you don't have to deal with it. But unfortunately, I did not get to do that here. I'm TB'd. I'm in level 47 Wilderness and multi-combat with a team on me. It looks like I'm pretty screwed here, but you have to not panic. Keep your HP high and your prayer even higher because you don't want to get smited. Dying here is not the end of the world. It is the end of the world though if I lose this Toxic Staff of the Dead. Well, not really, but it'd be like almost 10 mil loss, so don't lose that. But anyway, so I have a plan here right off the bat. I want to head southeast and get into single combat because that's obviously going to have the damage that they're going to be able to do to me. So I know over here, I know the wilderness boundaries of single and multi-combat very well. Quickly here, I'm into single combat, so only one of them can freeze me, and they might have the issue where I've had in previous videos where it might say, oh, he's already in combat, and I escape safely just by logging out there with the gap that I got. We're going to end here with a clip I call 2 for the price of 1, and you'll see exactly why. Before we do end though, I do have an announcement that we are almost at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And for 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing a boss mass. I'm taking Dagannoth Kings. And for those of you guys who've never been to a boss mass that I've hosted in the past, it's been around a year, so I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't. What I do is I post an invite video around a few days beforehand with the date and the time and also the link to the live stream. A lot of you guys ask me if I stream. I don't tend to stream very often. It just doesn't seem to usually work out with my schedule, but I do usually stream the boss masses that we do. So my Twitch channel will be linked as always, so you can check that out. And all sorts of like information, like if you've never been to DKs, you know, what to bring, everything will be there. And I think it could be a lot of fun. It'd be good for both people, like some of you guys who are new to PVMing, and it would also be good for some of you guys who are more experienced, and you know, we could hopefully get some pet drops and ring drops and all sorts of things. DK's mass should be very, very fun because there's just going to be constant action. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed. Probably will have a PVM video next time. Just felt like making another PKing one. I was just kind of in the mood for it because I was PKing a lot this weekend. But in the Venom guide, I will make when I can. The crossbow, I think, continues to drop in price, which I would want to test out before I make that guide, so that's certainly a good sign, although I'm still not exactly sure when I can manage that. But otherwise, yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. Help me get to 10,000, and click the bell to get notifications whenever I upload. You can join our clan chat, AndrewAJT62, that'll be up on screen. Just my general PVM discussion, you know, PvP, anything goes type of clan chat, even just for hanging out. And you can join our Discord down below as well. You can also leave comments. I love reading your guys' comments, a lot of good positive feedback recently, and I try to reply to just about every single one of them. And also feel free to leave constructive criticism as well. That's always appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter down below. I'll follow you back if you play RS. You can follow me on Twitch down below, and you can support us on Patreon down below if you'd really like to. I'll also put some playlists in the end screen if you guys want to check those out. I'll put a playlist of all my PKing videos on 07 if you guys like this one, or if you're in the mood for some more PVM. I'll also put the playlist of all my pet drops, including the recent Venom one. That'll be in there as well. So thank you guys so much. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys hopefully very soon. Thanks, guys.